Today we remember Zenaida, Philonella, and Hermione transferred, and they were Zenaida and Philonella were cousins of Paul, believe it or not. They studied philosophy and medicine, and they opened up a clinic at these springs where other people would go for healing, thinking the springs were healing springs, and offered free medical care to the people who came to them, whereas everyone else was charging for that care. Zenaida focused on care of children. Zenaida did, and Philonella, her sister, focused on women's care. And the third one, Hermione, set up probably could be the first Christian hospital or clinic to care for people who were sick. Was very well known. The emperor thought she had healing powers, had her come to Rome because he wanted her to work and give credit to him and to his God. And she refused, so she wound up being beheaded for refusing to do that. So, forget about the care for the poor. Do it in the way the emperor tells you, right? Tragedy, but we see examples of that. But the first two were cousins of Paul, and when you look at families, you often see, characteristics and values passed down to families, and they were committed Christians, followers of Christ, grew up in that Jewish tradition for that. And a lot of our families, we share our values with them, and most of the time they get passed on from generation to generation. And how important it is to share those values, especially our spirituality and the values that we have that shape the decisions we make, to pass that on to the next generation. So today, remember these cousins of Paul. They're sharing the generosity of Christ with those in need. And to remember and ask ourselves, what can we do in our own lives? One, in sharing our faith, passing along to the next generation, but sharing what we have, the blessings we have, whatever those blessings may be, with the people around us, so that they can have their needs met and know the grace and love of God in their own individual lives as well. Amen.